Hey y'all. So I'm supposed to be over here on vacation. Let me see if does my sound good? I don't know. Well, hopefully there's sound. And if anybody comes in, just let me know if there isn't. But yeah, supposed to be on vacation in California, just relaxing. But there's no off switch for my brain. And while I'm going through, I want to say it was like Huntington Beach, there's like these massive refineries. And at the beach, you can see the oil, where they're like drilling for oil, I guess. Um, yeah, and it's just crazy to me because, oh, hey Nash. Um, yeah, it's just crazy to me because, um, like back home, I know I know the media. When you watch mainstream media, it's when they talk about my state, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is they're totally skewing it. They're making us, painting a picture about the people here. But I'm looking at this over here, and they try to make California seem like just a bunch of liberals, and it's just this bunch of hippies and stuff. But I mean, there's okay. You got your oil, refineries. You have right there on the beach. I mean, it's like so the contrast is just so incredibly stark when you've got this gorgeous, beautiful beach, and then this big, ugly monstrosity of a refinery next to it, and then the massive homeless population that's here. You've got rent that's through the roof. People aren't making a living wage. You got people that are like basically stacked on top of each other. There's just, I mean, because nobody can afford to like live on their own. I mean, it's crazy, and they make it sound like like it's some kind of like it's different, like it's some kind of paradise. I mean, it is. It is nice. It is nice, but it's they're supposed to be different. I thought it was supposed to be. That this is where all these people live that vote Democratic or whatever. You know what I mean? And look at the same problems, but it's just on a massive scale. Hey, Chad. So I don't but this is where media is like shaping the narrative. They're shaping reality. They're shaping people's perceptions to think that everything's just peachy keen over here. And it's the South that's really got it all messed up. If they would just stop voting for people like Joe Manchin. I wish they'd stop voting for Joe Manchin too, but I mean, this stuff is everywhere. And we can't just like say, well, this state's okay and this one's bad. These people over here are all right, and these over here are dumb. Because apparently we're all voting for a bunch of dummies. Because what are they doing here for California? Letting refineries sit right next to the ocean, drilling? I mean, what are they doing to help the people here? When you can't make a living wage, when there's homelessness, what are they doing? Nash asked, that's it. You know what? That's a good question. Nash asks, are we dummies if we vote? I I've been struggling with this one. I don't think you're dumb if you vote or if you don't vote. But I mean, everybody has their reasoning or their logic. But after this last election, um, yeah, when there's nobody to vote for, and when you don't even know where your vote is going, or if it's going to be counted, or if it's going to be thrown out, when you have, the Electoral College, and you have voter suppression, all this stuff, you know, you don't even have a way of like tracking your vote. I can buy a pack of gum online and I can track exactly where it's at, where it's going, but not my vote. I cast my vote and it's in the wind. Who knows? Who knows what happened to it? Oh, okay. Let's see who all we got. We got Nash, Chad, Mammoth, Snork. Garden, Linda, I think you're new. I haven't seen you around, but welcome. Garden says, I think we should remain engaged with the election system, but shouldn't expect too many solutions to come from it. Yeah, I think that's about where I'm at. Because, I don't want, look, that's my vote. All right. I don't have much in this world, but I do still have my vote. And as long as there's somebody that I can cast a vote for, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, I can't just say, well, I voted. I did my part because, we have to do more than that. And that's the other problem I'm coming up against is just flat out complacency. And I don't know what to do to fix that. I mean, I think we've all been there. Like, I don't think we were all, always, political or whatever, or interested in this stuff. But, you know, how do you like get people to like, hold on. Alarm. But yeah, I mean, I just don't get, I'll talk to people or talk to my family and they're like, oh, I'm not political. I'm like, oh, so you don't care how much money you make or if you get time off from work or that you have health insurance or any of this stuff. But I think the biggest problem is just the feeling of powerlessness, like they don't feel like, well, that's for somebody that's important or educated or, that's for them to do. I mean, what am I going to do? So, I mean, how do you restore like the power and dignity to people that have had everything stripped away from them? So, you know, if y'all have any ideas on that, that would be awesome because I don't. Let's see. And Dingo ate me baby is here. Rob, it's been a while. Oh, I hope not. Rob said that, are you talking about Jordan Sheridan? He said that OJED is in favor of fracking. I hope not. I really do, because fracking is just the next, they're the next colonizers in West Virginia. And, well, across the world, they're already doing it. But, yeah, I really don't like it. Still not voting for Dude regardless, but everyone, yeah. Garden says we should maintain our election system via participation and hold onto our rights as voters, as bad as it is. If we let go of the election system, yeah, I don't want to completely check out. Like, I want them to still know that, like, I'm paying attention. Stop privatizing our vote and any machines we. Yeah, I don't get why who gives a shit who you voted for? I mean, most of the people are out there talking about it anyway. I mean, I don't know too many people that are like, oh, I need to keep that to myself. That's between me and my voting machine. Who cares? Shouldn't we be talking about this stuff anyway? Isn't this like, that's kind of like one of the cornerstones of democracy is going out there and, an exchange of ideas and, talking to other people about who they voted for and why, and, just kind of learning from each other. Because, I mean, heck, maybe you've got somebody that is a better vote that I'd like to cast my vote for. You know what I mean? I don't know why it has to be this big hush, like secret thing. I don't. What was Carlin's take on voting? Yeah, I guess, I mean, okay, first of all, 2016 election with the whole thing with Bernie is like, oh, I mean, if that didn't, blow a hole in, everything that you believed in voting, I don't know what would. But then even with these midterm elections, and I'm telling you right now, I keep playing with this fiddling. Hold on. All right. I'm telling you right now, the Democrats, their new platform, it's all about this, they want to reinstate the Voting Rights Act, and they want to make sure everybody is automatically allowed to vote. But the thing is, You know why they're doing it? They feel safe doing it because they have the Department of Homeland Security in control of our voting machines, in control of all this stuff, and they don't have to suppress the votes anymore. When you can flip a vote or throw one out or make the numbers, fudge the numbers to where whoever you want to win wins. It doesn't matter who votes. Go ahead and vote. That's just more votes for us to flip. You know, they're not. It has nothing to do. And I keep seeing people saying like, "Oh, well, see, this is what happens when you fight. We win." That's not the case. They want you to think that. They want you to think that what you're doing is working because what you think Nancy Pelosi gives a damn about what you think or that you're upset? If that was the case, we would have health care and a living wage, but we don't. So why are they giving us this? They don't do anything that doesn't serve their own interests, for sure. Yeah, Nash, Bush, or Kerry. Yeah, is that a choice? No. Clinton or Trump? Is that a choice? No, we don't get choices. Yeah, when people begin to experience more deprivation, they might wake up. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm looking around my state. Everybody's broke as hell. Half the people are out of a job. You know, our air's polluted, our water's polluted. We have children dying from cancer at an alarming rate. People are, I mean, not just children, the elder, I mean, everybody is just dropping from cancer. And that's not enough. Our school systems are screwed. Addiction's running rampant. And still, it's not enough. It's not enough because I guess they can just keep making themselves smaller and smaller and saying, well, this is okay. I can live with this. Well, I don't need health care. I mean, I've got my trailer for now and I mean I can make a little bit of money, selling scrap. Okay, well, just smaller and smaller and smaller. Meanwhile, you got Jeff Bezos that owns everything and everyone. Do you think he makes himself small? I'm tired of making myself small. And I'm tired of seeing other people do it too. Oh, we got some. Oh, Lisa's here. Hey, natural progressive. Awesome. Huh. Yeah, even natural progressive saying it too. Half the people she knows got two ballots, Republican, unaffiliated, and Dems got one or none. Oh, oh, that's awful. Um, Highest opioid addiction rates. Are you, what area are you from? Yeah, that's awful. I mean, it's everywhere. I know that up north, like was it Vermont or New Hampshire? I know they had a pretty high rate of it. Florida, here. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Lisa said that Greg Palast, I think that's yeah, Greg Palast, cross state was it, interstate cross check documentary. I haven't seen it, but I'll have to check it out. Yeah. So what do we do? I don't know. I mean, I think that's our biggest hurdle. It's not how do we take on these people, but how do we get people that's willing to take them on? Yeah, Garden said rural poverty is a non-issue in media. Yeah, I mean, and even the issues that are issues are just you know just for a blip. Flint, perfect example. Flint, and I think that's why they quit talking about it. It was because it started coming out that Flint's not the only Flint. That there are thousands of Flints all across America, and then all of a sudden, it's what happened to Flint? Nobody's talking about. Remember when during the election, everybody's like, this is just an abomination that what we are doing to these people. Where are they now? What are they talking about? Going to book signings, I mean, oh, Snorri said that they mostly kicked their meth problem there, but it's moved to small towns. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, it goes in cycles. Like here we have the heroin, epidemic and all that, but then like meth's making a comeback. I mean, there's just some real hinky numbers. I mean, okay, first of all, our GDP went up here, but our poverty rate also went up. So it's almost like when they get rich, we get more poor. Um, our even with the families here, our families are absolutely destroyed. You have grandparents that are raising kids because their parents are either in jail or they are um, on drugs or dead, and they are scrambling. They can't find homes for these kids, and during all this, there's no plan to reunite these families at all. I mean, why not, instead of finding a new family, why not try to heal the family that's already been broken up? Maybe make it a better place to where people don't have to be on drugs in order to keep surviving. GDP is rich people matrix. Yeah, I mean it's that's their money. We don't have access. They tout it to us like, oh, see, your GDP is up. Look how good we're doing. See, aren't we doing a good job? But we never see a cent of it. Our wages never go up. Our jobs never get better. What's the point of the GDP then? That's what they're getting, not us. Yeah, Mammoth, same thing. My cousin, Meth, she's got two wonderful kids that she is not raising. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, it is like it's because of mental health issues, but I gotta say, I don't think all these mental health issues are naturally occurring. I don't have any, you know, evidence to back it up, but we live in a world that every time you turn on the TV tells you how screwed up you are and how you need this and that. If you just buy this, you'll be happy. If you do, I mean, our advertisement is built to make you need and to make you feel lacking, so that you'll go out and buy their products. You've got people that are living under the torture of poverty, and that's what it is. I mean, I consider it a form of torture to put people through that, when you're denying them health care and denying them housing, denying them food, and the just the basic comforts of life. That is a form of torture that they put on people to get them to coerce them to do stuff, to buy or to vote. All this stuff that we're doing, we don't give a damn about making people happy, because the happy people don't buy stuff. You know, happy people, don't, you can't coerce them into voting for Joe Manchin to choose between a job, supposedly, or clean water. So you got to have people miserable. Desperate people don't sign up. People that aren't desperate don't go in coal mines. They don't sign up for the military. You've got to have a misery index. And with misery, you're going to have all this mental illness. You're going to have addiction. And we sit back and we wonder why, everybody's just so strung out on drugs or shooting up places. And yeah, we're all sick. We're all trying to be a part of this reality that has no basis in reality whatsoever. Plus the pollution, like that doesn't screw with your brain. You're drinking lead water. It might make you feel a little crazy. John Rappaport. I'm going to have to write that. See if I can find a pen. No pen. Okay, but I think I have it where chat saves, so I'll just come back and I'll get it. Or if you can, leave it in the comment if anybody's got any links or people for me to check out, because I learn a lot from you guys. Okay, yeah, Lisa said I can look back on chat later. Okay, good deal. All right, so what time is it? It's about 10 o'clock. All right, how long have we been going? About 20 minutes? Yeah, Garden said persecuting drug users is a for-profit venture. And it's not, I mean, when you look at it, and I start getting into this a little bit on one of the comments, one of my last videos, but when you think about because somebody said, like, well, why should I have to pay for their treatment? Well, think about it. Either you're going to pay for their treatment or you're going to pay for them to be policed or thrown in jail or what have you. So, and plus, these are people typically that aren't going to school and holding down a good paying job. They're not paying their mortgages. You know what I mean? So, like, if we want our society to be better and our economy, maybe we can have people that can contribute to it a little bit better. So I think in the long run, plus I think it's the right thing to do, but in the long run, if we get these people back up on their feet, what they would give in return would be exponentially more than what we would spend to get them the help that they need. So that's just the way I see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It's not just the prisons. And it's something that, these politicians can, posture about. We're just sick of these druggies. We're going to lock them all up. Easy vote. Easy vote. All right. Thank you so much, Lisa. And if you're doing a show later, I'll try to check you out, okay? Yeah. If y'all don't know about Lisa, Lisa has a wonderful YouTube. She does all these little game show trivia stuff, and she's really smart lady. I enjoy her. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Only on Sundays. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll catch you Sunday then. Okay. What does Mama say? Can't just ban robot labor because eventually, see, I don't want. I'm kind of conflicted on the whole labor, I'm trying to blank on the word auto. Y'all help me out. Anyway, robots. I'm kind of conflicted on it because I don't want people to have to do like these meaningless, perfunctory, just repetitive jobs over and over again, like day in, day out for like 30 years. And but at the same time, I want people to have jobs. I don't think we don't have a job problem. We have a payment problem as far as, getting people payment for the work that needs to be done. Automation. Thank you. I could not think of it. Oh my gosh. Yes, automation. Yeah. Wow, medical cannabis passed in Utah. Now church is trying to mess it up. Well, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. It's sad, but it sounds about right. Oh yeah, that's what Garden said. Yeah, there's plenty of work for everyone. We need to tear down and rebuild everything. Yeah, and autumn. Automation, with the people that's in charge right now, automation for sure is going to be misused. But that's the problem, is everything's being misused because the people that's in charge. Our government should not be a bad thing. It's supposed to be, you know, by the people, for the people kind of thing. It is not. It's by psychopaths for the other psychopaths. But it's just the people that's in charge. This is why we can't have nice things. China is automating factories right now. I wonder how that's not going to go well. That is not going to go well. I mean, those factory conditions for them are bad, really bad. But now you're going to have massive unemployment too. Ooh, that ain't going to go good for them. I mean, for the higher ups, I mean, they'll be making bank. Oh, okay. Snorri said that he never used robots for low volume work. Reduction in insurance and workman's comp injuries were my main source of funding for robots. Okay, so it was like the dangerous kind of stuff. Is that what, if I'm reading that right? Which, yeah, I mean, I don't want somebody working in a job where they might like lose an arm or something. Let's have a robot do that. That's my main problem. Well, that and the whole destruction of our environment is with coal. It's like, why do we want these jobs that we are sacrificing our health and our limbs and our lives for? I don't get. These are the jobs that we're fighting for. Why don't we fight for better jobs that, doesn't destroy the people and the environment? China, even Mexico are heavily automated. When we rebuilt U.S. factories in Mexico, we tripled the automation. Yeah, I mean, I think it has to be a gradual thing. I just, I don't think it shouldn't be bad. We shouldn't be afraid of automation, but I don't blame people that are afraid of it, because with the people in charge, they don't give a damn about what's good for us. Was this recently that he talked about it? I remember seeing something with him, and when he was talking about coal, and he was talking about how it was like it's not a viable, we have better technology now. And that's how he's talking about coal, like it served its purpose, when we needed it, but we don't really need it anymore, except for like maybe a couple of things. But, and he was talking about how it's not going to make a comeback, all this stuff. But no, I haven't heard him speak too strongly on the environment, which is crazy. I don't get that. Because I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't want to be seen as like a big old, liberal or whatever, they call it. But no, we don't. We do, but we don't. It's like we have these two conflicting ideas. Like we hate, and that goes back to media, because they paint like the Green Party and people that care about the environment as tree hugging hippies that want to get rid of your jobs. So they hate, so they'll rail against, the environment by fighting these people. But at the same time, they still want to go fishing, and they still want to have mountains, and they still want to be able to go and hunt and have, wildlife. And you can't have that stuff when your environment's destroyed. So they do care about the environment, but they don't, because it's all framed in this topsy-turvy, it's either you have a job or you can have nature, which I don't see how those two things correlate, but that's just the picture they've painted. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, that's what Chad said, framing is key. I mean, I don't get, you got these guys, these big old hillbillies that drive these, giant, coal rolling trucks, make fun of people that care about the environment, and yet they want to go and fish in a nice clean lake. Like, buddy, something about your thinking's not adding up here. Yes, that's exactly how it's framed. Natural Progressive nailed it. Either hippies or big Hollywood money. That, yeah. And when people hear money, they're like, "Oh, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy." But they incorporate people like that too. I mean, they know what they're doing when they bring people in like that. That just kind of ruins the cause. What did it say? What failed everywhere? The poor paid rent because they quit their menial jobs and stayed at the same level of income rather than using it to save for a mortgage. I'm not sure. Oh, UBI. You're talking about UBI failed. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if you have a link or anything on that, I don't know how I feel about UBI. I don't like just. I know this is gonna sound bad. I don't like just handing people money for nothing. Like I would rather see like um jobs, guarantee something like that before we can even talk about UBI. I mean, UBI, I think it's like nice in theory to where nobody would ever have to worry about it. And I've also seen stuff like where UBI would save on because you wouldn't have all these other programs like um, SNAP or food stamps and housing, and so it would be more condensed. But I don't know. I still think UBI is not even in our near future, but it's not something that we shouldn't like check out because if it's something that works, I mean, we should fight for it. Snark says, I don't think that UBI will work without a government job program that helps you place people at a wage at least double the UBI. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely, yeah. I don't, I get, I'm uncomfortable with, like just getting money for nothing. I mean, that's what rich people do. I don't want to be like that. Yeah, that's what Edna just said that. We already give the rich people money for nothing. Yeah, I don't want to turn out like them. The excess cash would get vacuumed up by consolidated interest, and not much would return back to the economy. Hmm. All right. Forsaken, hey. And Joe, welcome. Ancient Rome had UBI to keep the urban masses pacified. UBI and circuses where Christians were fed to lions to keep them entertained. Yeah. Give people just enough food, just enough entertainment. They won't give you any problems. Green New Deal versus UBI. Oh, Real Progressives. Was that the one with Stephen Grumbine? I have to look at that one. Oh, okay. We're talking about like this Christian stuff. I don't know anything. Yeah, I grew up in the Bible Belt, and I could not tell you. I mean, I know that Jesus was a big part of that like story. I think. Um, yeah, I couldn't tell you what. Well, that's you're probably right, Forsaken. She said discomfort with getting money for nothing is their conditioning. I just, for me, like, I don't, like, I feel like it just makes people, like, I don't want to be soft. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get cushy. I don't want to get comfortable because I see like what it does to people, and I just, you know, I want to work hard. I want to play hard, you know, but I don't ever want to just, just, I don't know, I'm not articulating it very well, but I think y'all get what I mean. Yeah. And solving the problem, planet burning, will keep us entertained for generations. Well, if we make it that long. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm like so like crazy, and I have this madness about talking about this stuff and researching this stuff because we have a very short amount of time to get this done before we reach the point of no return. And some people say that we've already done that, but at best, we've got like 12 years to make some very dramatic changes. We don't have time for this slow, gradual progression. And maybe in 50, 60, maybe my great, great, great grandchildren will have health care. Ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for, fossil fuels and fracking and pollution and all this other crap. No time. Oh. Yeah, yes, thank you. You put that natural progressive found my words for me. If you're always comfortable, you do not appreciate comfort. You don't have empathy, and nobody ever grows from being comfortable. You know, I mean, when you go to like a gym or whatever, I mean, you gotta feel a little tired, a little worn out, a little sore, but that's how you get progress. And I talk about the gym like I ever go there, but y'all know what I mean. Comfort makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, it's just, I'm not right about this. Because, I mean, perfect example. I'm here on vacation and I'm talking politics instead of being out under a palm tree. So, what party affiliation? I'm registered as an independent. I don't really want to pledge myself to any particular party because I I've been not convinced. I stand with people with good policies and strong morals, but as far as party goes, parties aren't important to me. Hug a palm tree, you hippie. I'm telling you, when I first got over here, that those palm trees blew my mind. There's nothing like that, of course, in West Virginia, and just seeing all these palm trees and beautiful um like tropical flowers. I'm over like taking pictures of all the vegetation. I'm total nuts. But it was just so cool to see that. I mean, there's nothing like that back home. Oh, Sword said, here is almost if you are poor, God hates you, and it's everyone's duty to make you suffer worse to please God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, here people don't care because they're like, well, this life's garbage, but my next life with Jesus is it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. This one sucks. I don't have to care about this one or the things that go on because this next one, I got this. Jesus is gonna take me up there, and it's gonna be all golden palaces and all this good stuff. But they don't care about the world that they're living in now because the next one's gonna be so fucking good. I'm like, I hear you, but maybe this one doesn't have to be that bad either. Just saying. Dawkins' take on this would be glad you won the lottery of life and don't be so vain to wish for another. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard living in West Virginia, living in this poverty and stuff. But the alternative was I could have been a Jim Justice. I could have been a Hillary Clinton, you know? Could have grown up all cushy, turned into a total fucking psychopath. You know, I'll take what I got, and I'll fight for better. But I've never wished to ever be in their position. They don't have real friends. They don't have family. They don't have people that care about them. They got people that care about their money and their power. They have nothing. They're empty inside. I do not wish for their lives. Yeah, I'm happy I'm not Hillary too. Oh, but Snort said, "Oh, it's 76 in LA, and a blizzard is hitting West Virginia. I gotta go back tomorrow though, so." And I didn't bring a coat, so when I get off that plane, it is gonna be cold. You shut your mouth, Garden. He said, Joe Manchin's half sister. Yeah, I think I might have a little bit more money if I did. Oh, 30 degrees. Dang. Oh, I know a few mine shafts you can get lost in. Some abandoned mines. You can just go in there and just never come back out. Just go on in there, Hillary. I wouldn't want her in my woods. Oh, God. All right. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to enjoy my last day of vacation. All right. And when I get back, okay, so here's the thing. Oh, no, what did I do? Okay. So my computer died. And so I'll be doing the car videos for a little bit, but I won't be able to do like the live streams like this until I guess like January, February, whenever we get tax returns back. So um, yeah, but yeah, I'll definitely be doing the videos, and if I can here and there, I'll try to. If I have access to a computer, maybe my sister let me use her laptop. We'll do these live streams because I love chatting with y'all. So. Source said, if a bear West Virginia eats Hillary crap, will it turn into a Clinton? Oh, that would be horrible. All right, y'all. Yeah, thanks for listening and talking with me. It's been really fun and informative, and I will see you next time.